I'm here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin for naturalization interview. I'm about to enter, and then today I'm going to talk about how USCIS field offices conduct naturalization interview.
Welcome to Dr. J. Francis YouTube channel. On March 12, 2025, I attended an N400 interview with my client in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Today, I will share the most up-to-date information on what to expect at your N400 interview, how long interview lasts, N400 Civics question ask, and what happens after your N400 interview. If you're applying for U.S. citizenship, the N400 interview and test are the final hurdles standing between you and becoming a U.S. citizen. But here's the truth. Many applicants fail simply because they don't know what to expect. In this video, I will walk you through everything you need to bring, step-by-step interview process, and civics and English test so that you can go fully prepared and confident. Number one, N400 interview document checklist. Let's start with what to bring to your interview. Make sure that you have your green card, passport, driver license, and certain original documents like your marriage certificate or divorce decree, if applicable. In addition, if your N400 application is based on marriage to U.S. citizen, bring recent relationship evidence to show ongoing marital status. Bona fide relationship is really important. So good list consists of joint lease agreement, home ownership document, joint checking account statement, or joint insurance document. Also, if you didn't submit your most recent text transcript with your initial application, make sure that you bring a copy with you to your interview. Number two, what can I expect at my N400 interview? Make sure to arrive at your USCIS field office well ahead of your scheduled appointment to avoid being late for your appointment. Critical. In Milwaukee, Wisconsin, you will go through a security check and then you check in on 8th floor where they will take your picture and fingerprints as well. You will wait until your name is called and then be sworn in by immigration officer before your interview officially begins. So, how long is N400 interview? Once you're with your interviewing officer, the entire process, including the civics and English test, typically takes about 30 minutes to complete. Now, let's break down the three key parts of N400 interview. Number three, N400 civics test. Typically, your appointment will start with the civics test. But this is critical information. When searching for the civics test online, you may come across multiple versions. Be sure to study the 2008 version. 2008 is the version that you need to study, and then they will use it on the day of your interview. Critical. You will be asked up to 10 questions from the list of 100 possible questions. They're actual questions. There's no variation, deviation from the list. 100 possible questions. And you must correctly answer at least 6. The civics test questions and answers will be done verbally. The correct answers do not have to be consecutive. You just need to reach 6 correct response before you reach 10 questions. If you're over 65 years old and have had a green card for more than 20 years, then you only need to study 20 questions. But otherwise, 100 questions. When you pass a civics test, your officer will verbally confirm that you passed. So, you may wonder what questions were asked during my client's interview. I'm going to share them with you today. Here are actual questions and answers for her interview. Number 1, what is freedom of religion? The answer is, you can practice any religion. Number 2, what is something only U.S. citizen can do? Voting in federal election. Number 3, what movement tried to end racial discrimination? The answer is civil rights movement. Number 4, who makes federal law? Congress. Number 5, what is the name of the president of the United States now? Donald Trump. And the final one, Wisconsin special. What is the capital of Wisconsin? The Madison. Number 4, N400 English test. This test evaluates your reading, writing, and speaking skills. The officer will ask basic questions about your application to assess your speaking ability. So it's not just a test. Your ability to speak and answer from your N400 application will be evaluated. You also need to read one sentence correctly out of 3 and write one correct sentence out of 3 to pass this English test. So, what was asked during my client's interview? It was, California has the most people. That was the sentence that she needed to write on tablet. That was the same sentence that she needed to read back to officer. Now, English is a main concern for you. You've been hesitant to apply for N400. Then this is very important. Because if you don't speak English as the main language, then this can be challenging. Even though you need to answer one correct sentence, it can be challenging. So, you need to check the regulation because certain applicants qualify exemptions based upon their age and years as a green card holder. But this is another important consideration. In most cases, you need to pass civic tests, English tests on your own. It means that you need to answer and write in English. But if you can answer and pass all of this, but you're not sure about handling N400 eligibility from N400 application, then you may bring a translator. So translator to N400 eligibility portion, but in most cases, you need to answer the civics and English test on your own in English. Number 5, N400 eligibility interview would be the last for most cases. So this is where officer will go over your N400 application from page number 1 to last page. They don't usually skip any portions. So usually it's a complete review of what you put it into application, and then you need to answer verbally. So make sure that your answer matches. If there's any updates, for example, you have a child now, or you're married, you're divorced, you have a new address, or you have a new job, you'll be able to update verbally during your interview. Sometimes you need to bring supporting documents. If you have a new child, then you need to bring a birth certificate. Not just verbal update, but you need to back it up with supporting document. Very important. Expect questions about travel history, employment, and family details. Most importantly, they will ask about your moral character, including any criminal history, tax issues, or past immigration violations. Very important. Always answer truthfully and keep your responses short. Yes or no when possible. You don't need to explain unless you're asked to explain. After your interview, you will receive a written notice stating whether you pass civics, English, and eligibility interview. If approved, then next step is oath ceremony, during which you will officially become a U.S. citizen. This typically happens 30 to 120 days after your interview in most cases. Some states like Florida, Oregon, Washington, same day. If you pass interview, you will have oath ceremony on the same day. On that day, you will surrender your green card and receive a certificate of naturalization. Well, congratulations. Once you have that certificate, you can apply for U.S. passport. Number 6, apply now. So you may wonder what happened to my client. Well, she successfully passed both civics and English test and was immediately recommended for approval. I'm happy for her. So then question is what to do. If you're thinking about applying for N400, but you postpone, delay, didn't do it for quite some time, my answer is you apply now. But why? N400 processing time is still fast. Once you submit, USCIS will schedule your interview 3 to 6 months after your initial filing. In most cases, 3 months. Still fast. Also, you need to also consider this. USCIS under Trump's first term and Biden tried to make N400 civics tests more difficult. Both of them, not just Trump, Biden. So this version of naturalization civics test would have expanded civics test pool from 100 to 128. From 100 to 128. Also increased number of the correct answers from 6 out of 10 to 12 out of 20. Double. More challenging. but didn't go through. But there's a good chance that Trump's second term or Trump may try to bring this back and really implement it this time. So apply now. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out other resources. By watching my YouTube, TikTok, other videos, check out our website and blogs. Thank you so much for watching this video. Peace be with you. Thank you.